NASA is planning something big, a space station on the moon. But how will it work? When will it be built? And why does NASA want a permanent outpost on the lunar surface? In this video, we'll uncover NASA's daring vision for the Lunar Gateway and the challenges that stand in their way, and how this could be the first step toward human missions to Mars. Let's dive in. For decades, NASA has dreamed of creating a permanent human presence beyond Earth. The Lunar Gateway, as it's officially called, will serve as a mini space station orbiting the moon. But why build it there? Step toward Mars. NASA sees the moon as a testing ground for deep space travel. If humans can survive and work on the moon, we can take the next step toward Mars. Scientific research. The moon's unique position will allow scientists to study deep space and even look for signs of ancient water ice. International collaboration. The project is a partnership between NASA, the European Space Agency, ESA, JAXA, Japan, and even Canada. Unlike the International Space Station, which orbits Earth, the Lunar Gateway will orbit the moon in a highly elliptical path. This will allow astronauts to access both the moon's surface and deep space missions. But what exactly will be inside this space station? Power and propulsion. Module. This will provide solar energy and ion propulsion to keep the station in orbit. Habitation and logistics. Outpost. This is where astronauts will live, work, and prepare for moon landings. Lunar lander, docking port. Spacecraft, like NASA's Orion and SpaceX's Starship, will dock here before heading to the moon's surface. Robotic arm, Canadarm3. A futuristic robotic system from Canada will help move cargo and conduct repairs. Getting to the Lunar Gateway isn't as easy as hopping on a shuttle. NASA will rely on its Artemis missions to send astronauts there. Here's how it works. Orion spacecraft. Launched atop the SLS Space Launch System, Orion will carry astronauts to the Gateway. SpaceX Starship. NASA has partnered with SpaceX to develop a lunar lander version of Starship to transport astronauts from the Gateway to the moon's surface. Resupply missions. Like the ISS, the Gateway will need regular cargo deliveries, which will be handled by NASA's partners. Building a space station on the moon is no easy task. Here are some of the biggest challenges NASA must overcome. Space radiation. Unlike Earth, the moon has no atmosphere to protect astronauts from deadly cosmic rays. NASA is working on radiation shielding to keep the crew safe. Microgravity. Astronauts will need to adapt to long periods of weightlessness, which can weaken muscles and bones. Lunar dust. The fine moon dust is like tiny shards of glass, and it can damage equipment and even pose health risks. Funding and politics. As with all NASA projects, budget cuts and political shifts could delay the mission. So, when will all of this actually happen? Well, NASA has a timeline in place. Here's what we know so far. 2025-2026. The first module of the Lunar Gateway is expected to launch. 2026-2028. Additional modules and docking ports will be added. 2028-2030. The station will be fully operational, serving as a launch point for deep space missions. If everything stays on schedule, humans could be living and working on a moon-based space station before 2030. NASA's Lunar Gateway is one of the most ambitious projects in modern space exploration. Do you think this will be a success, or is it too risky? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love space content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing space updates.